What's up, Instagram? Welcome to my apartment. Come on inside, everybody. I wanted to give you guys an inside look on my apartment and how I'm living, my design choices, and really my love for real estate. So the first thing that I wanted to show you guys is my dining table from 2. My favorite store is CB2, and I just love how they are a quiet luxury brand. It's very unique in terms of the design. There are pieces I can't seem to find anywhere else. So this marble top table, I really enjoy having breakfast here in the morning or watching a little bit of my sports games whenever I get a chance to. And these chairs, I think, are so unique, right? So the backrest has a see-through design. And again, it's just a really comfortable seating area with the wooden legs, which really complement the space and the colors that I have. So moving on over here, another item from CB2 is my couch. Now, what I love about this is the fact that it is a sleeper sofa, so when my friends come over, they don't have to feel like they have to rush out. It's a great place to crash, and I've got a blanket always ready on the side, so it is nice and comfortable. As we make it over to the wall, I've got my family. I don't really like to clutter my wall a lot, so I keep it very simple. I've got my 2 older siblings, which is an older picture of us when we were still in Haiti before coming to the United States over 30 years ago. And then on this side, I've got my dad, who's a preacher who inspires me, and I've now taken the role myself. And on the other side, I've got my mother and I together. So I usually switch this every month or so and give them both equal amounts of time. And a lot of you guys know that I've been a personal trainer for over 20 years, and these gloves here are a gift from a student of mine that I've had, and I really keep it close to me because he was actually also in an unfortunate fire accident. But before that time, him and I really connected, and he was really appreciative of the lessons that I was able to really give him. And so he wrapped this up in a gift box for me with a nice handwritten note. Some of you may have seen it on our Instagram back when I was running my boxing studio. So moving on to the bookcase shelf area where I house just a few things. One of the things that I wanted to make sure is I only keep books at the moment that I've read. So I've received many books over the years, but only the books that I've read that I really try to keep here. A lot of you guys know John Wooden is really my favorite book of all time, outside from the Bible, guess I'll say that. And then I've got trips and places that I've traveled to and look to travel to over here. This was a painting from New Orleans when my parents and I decided to take a trip together. And in Tulum, I mean, if you've not been, I highly recommend it. It is a beautiful place to go to. As we progress on to the main living area, I've got my media table, again from CB2, and one of the things about their store that I really love is everything comes shipped already built. It's a nice 2-tone wood, and inside of this I'm able to keep, again, books that I've read. This is a collection of the Bible by a company called Alabaster Co. So I really enjoy making sure that's front and center for me as I work my way through reading all of them. But it is a goal, and it's a really significant part of who I am. So next part is to match my beautiful marble table is a side table that complements it, and on top of it is where I keep my air diffuser, and I really try to make sure I come home to a space that smells beautiful as well as it looks beautiful. So I think smell is one of the amazing ways after a long day of work, I can just set this up on my phone and actually turn it on so I walk into a space that feels more like a spa. And over here is a nice leather, sort of like space holder for envelopes. So when I do get my mail from downstairs, I come up before I open it, I just kind of put them in here, or if I get like maybe some shopping ideas, I'll throw it in there for future reference. Moving on, the last thing in this dining/living room is my mini bar. Now, there's not much left anymore, but I do love this company called Dry Farms Wine. They just make extraordinarily natural wine, and Unfortunately, I only have one left. I've given so many out as gifts over the holidays, but it's low sugar, really lower in the sulfites as well. So I've got another shipment coming in a week, so this will get stocked up and ready to go for some more celebration.
My God can, and my God will.
We are now inside the kitchen where I keep things very minimal as well. What I do love is this dish rack from this company in Japan, and when I find the name, I'll probably put it up on display for you guys. I've had the pleasure of traveling to Japan after graduating college, and I spent a month there. I just love their culture, love their discipline, their simple design. So, and it kind of really goes in line with the black theme that I have. And you'll see another piece of this as well in my shower, where I kind of keep my soap and all things organized from that same company. So here, for my coffee routine, I'm a pour over kind of person. Thanks to Lorca, downtown Stanford. They really kind of guided me on what best to use and how to go about doing so. So I don't normally measure it, but I think grinding my beans fresh in the morning, you really get the flavor to be at the most high. So from here, I keep things simple, nice and healthy. Avocado oil, highly recommend. It's probably the best for cooking. And then I've got my Vitamix. Everyone should have a Vitamix. So when I am making my protein shakes and just making sure I'm recovering from my training, which I still make sure I'm exercising on a weekly basis. And this is really the kitchen. We keep it nice and easy. I'm not gonna show you guys the fridge, but what I do like to eat is really greens a lot. I do about 2 salads a day. That is my standard. Lots of water, of course. I keep it room temperature. And I just restock it. So really keeping things nice and neat. Everything is really kind of visible and accessible. And that's what I have in my kitchen. Over here is a nice sort of like art piece that is a candle set from, also, this is actually from Crate and Barrel, not CB2. So this was a gift from my older brother. And I love to light this at night sometimes just to, again, set the mood for myself if I'm watching a movie, having a dinner and a glass of wine. So this is the kitchen. All right, everyone, we're gonna move on to the bedroom where the magic happens, so they say. But for me, this is really my home studio. So essentially, yes, this is where the magic happens. You guys may know that I am a film major. I graduated from SUNY Purchase. So this, I transform my bedroom really into my studio. This is where I keep all of my equipment. I've got my studio lights, I've got microphones. I do all of my editing right here. So when you guys see some of my pieces that I post on Instagram, I'm literally sitting in this room and I'll pull up a backdrop, and that's the secret, and I'll have my camera facing me this way, and I'll present either our market updates for real estate, which is coming soon, and anything that I find that is really of interest to share with you guys as you follow along with my real estate journey. Moving on to the last room, I have dual access to my bathroom, either from the bedroom or the main living room. And the piece that I talked about from Japan as well is also here, that keeps all of my shampoo and body wash and face soap. Speaking of face soap, I'm really big into my skincare routine. So I really started to get involved with this company called Hunter Lab. And my mother and I talk about this all the time. Her and I share tips and tricks on how to best stay youthful. I have a nice little basket that keeps all of my essentials that I need in the bathroom. Again, this is from Crate and Barrel. I like things to be tucked away, to be neat, so when I do have guests that come over, they don't feel like they're invading my space, and that they're truly welcome. And to close out the tour, on the second floor of my apartment, I am really lucky to have a nice and compact place to work out, just to stay mentally active. If it's ever inclement weather outside, I don't have to go far to do as much as I need to do to make sure I'm staying mentally and physically sharp. And to my surprise, when I toured this place, they have a heavy bag. You guys know me, this is one of my favorite ways to exercise. So right here, downtown Stanford, this is my apartment tour. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you on the next one.